You want sports? We got sports for you right here, Woodward Sports.
Yeah. I played with that gorilla. You hear me?
Okay. You have a Tesla. You float here.
Eventually, but we got to start with the hot topic. Being a former running back yourself, you understand how important the running game is.
We'll get to that. We'll get to that.
Oh, come on. It's a good one. I want to start right away.
No. We got to gradually we got to build up the we got to build it up. This guy want to hop right into it.
Yeah,
What's the foreplay? What's the foreplay?
Oh, you're going to do some foreplay with Adham?
This just got weird.
I don't do foreplay with other dudes, but, you know.
Yeah, only on days that end in Y.
So what are you saying? What's wrong with that? What's wrong with having foreplay with other guys? That's what you like. That's what you like. I mean, it might not be for everybody. I mean, I'm not saying that.
I don't.
It's not for everybody. I mean, it's not for me, but I'm just saying
I
have nothing against guys who, you know.
What are we doing?
it's just, you know, just not my cup of tea. Do I need to move to the right or move to the left?
You're good. I mean, you could get rid of the pink shirt, but other than that, you look great.
The pink shirt looks good, though.
I think it looks really good.
It looks really good. Do you guys think the pink shirt looks good on me?
Oh, jeez. Yeah, get the chat involved.
Okay, get the chat involved.
All right, well, I'm sorry, but we got to start because I really want to talk about this.
All right, we can talk about it.
Former running back Joique for the Detroit Lions. You understand how important the run game is. Where will the Lions' rushing attack finish by the end of the season? Obviously, you have Jamal Williams, DeAndre Swift, and now you have Jefferson in the backfield as a rookie. The offensive line already ranked in the top 10. They're actually number 10 by Pro Football Focus. Everything's looking good for the running game. Do we think this is a top 12, top 15, or do you think it's even better? Is it a top 10 rushing attack by the end of the season?
We'll see. Because this is the thing. We don't have any weapons yet at the receiver position. And so teams are going to stack the box because they know that's our weapon. So it's going to depend on – I mean, that's what it's going to depend on. So it's going to be tough. So I can't call it out right now. I would give us top 15. But we do have the talent in that backfield on the offensive line to be a top 10.
Okay.
All right, but we won't be able to decipher that until the season gets started.
I think teams early on are going to do exactly what you said. They're probably going to stack the box, and this is where a Tyrell Williams, even a Quintez Cephas to an extent, really need to open up the field and challenge the safeties. Because if they're able to get in behind, teams are not going to be able to load 8, 9 players in the box. It's just unrealistic.
I mean, who do you have as a deep threat that can stress?
Tyrell Williams is the only deep threat, but he's not a consistent deep threat. He's not as good as Deshaun Watson, or Deshaun Jackson, but he's kind of like a lesser version.
So basically, you put him up against, say, a team's one cornerback.
It's going to be difficult to get past that corner on a deep route majority of the time.
And so they'll pick their poison. They'll take their chances with him out there one-on-one or in the zone, wherever coverage they're playing. And I'm going to stack the box because I know that's a strength. When you watch film,
I was going to say, we've seen this with the Ravens and Lamar Jackson. They stack the box. They make sure that they're going to stop the run game. And you know what? If Lamar's going to beat us in the air today, so be it. Our odds of him beating us in the air are much, much better for us than if we just let this team run all over us. They'll have clock control, and I think that's going to be a really big part of the game plan this year with Dan Campbell, is how are we going to control the clock? How are we going to attack the defensive line of the opposing teams? They obviously have a great offensive line. Ragnow's ranked the #1 center in the league.
Yeah.
This is going to be so interesting to watch. I'm very curious to see, but where the team will rank rushing-wise at the end of the season,
we still have some gaps.
I think they crack the top 16. I think they at least get to 16. It's going to be difficult.
As far as run?
Overall rushing attack, they'll be 16th, I think, minimum
I
in the
think
league.
rushing attack, they'll be top 15.
Okay.
I think they'll be top 15.
Yeah,
for sure.
It's going to depend on Jared Goff.
It's going to depend on a variety of different things. It's going to depend on injuries. On that old offensive line, they still have gaps at the guard position. They still have Jared Goff at quarterback. What weapons does he have to kind of, open it up, keep the defense honest, so to speak. So it's a lot of different avenues we can take. And right now it's all hypothesis. This is all opinions until we get started.
Well, here's where I'm at with that also. Where they'll finish, I think they'll be one of the most efficient running games in the NFL this season. I say easily top 8 efficiently, like yards per carry. But this is where my concern is. It's going to be how often are the Lions going to be playing from behind? Because you fall behind early, you're going to have to abandon.
That's another thing.
And that's really going to hold the team back. And we know this isn't a team that's ready to contend right away this year. So if you're falling behind early every single game throughout the season, you're not going to be able to run the ball 25, 30, 35 times. And,
why not?
Well, if you fall behind, it's very difficult to run the ball. So you got to throw the ball when you're playing behind. We'll see. But I think that's one of the factors. I think that's one of the big factors.
That depends, though. Fourth quarter, down by 18. 6 minutes left. Yeah, you got to throw. You got to throw.
Yeah.
You down by 20 in the third quarter. I'm not going to get away from my game plan. The game plan was to run.
You're not going to sell out yet.
Right.
Yeah, you sell out essentially when there's no choice. Like, hey, we need to move the ball now down the field. We don't have a choice.
But this is where it comes into play with having a stout defense, right? And so even when your offense is struggling, which it happens throughout the year, you're going to struggle at certain points of the year. So when you're having a defense that can hold an opponent to 21 points a game in the NFL, that's pretty good in this new age and era of football. Till your offense can get back on track. And so for me, I'm a numbers guy. I go into the season looking at numbers. I'm looking at what percentage does a defense blitz on first and 3 to 6, second and 3 to 6, third down 2 to 4, 2 to 6. I'm looking at all those different things, and these are going to help you kind of prepare for these different teams. And so when you're watching film, I will go on there while the coaches are prepping for, say, a following week or an upcoming week, rather.
Okay.
And I would say, Coach, when you watch film, what do you look for? What are you looking for? And so they'll break it down. I'm looking for any weakness they can present to me. And so whether that's a weak offensive guard, we want to attack him. If it's a weak defensive end, we want to attack that side, outside zone to that side. If a DB is the weak point of that defense, we want to attack him with different routes, get him in an open space for it can be one-on-one so the receiver can have one-on-one with him. if a linebacker isn't good in coverage, how can I get the running back out to be one-on-one with him and breaking routes? And those are certain things you do with different type of running backs. That's why you can bring in a Reggie Bush. He can run the ball and he can get out there in the open field and make routes. Get open on routes. You have Theo Riddick, a guy who is probably one of the best running back.
Best third down pass catching backs, I'd say, in the last 10, 12 years, easily.
Yeah, Theo Riddick. He came back after one off season. I don't know what he did. But he turned it up a notch. Yeah. And I'm like, how is he getting open? And they know he's going in the middle on that. Mm-hmm. I couldn't fathom how defenses just didn't just stay on the inside, just force him to go outside.
Yeah.
But one of the best route runners in the NFL when I played, for sure. And you take your strengths and you put them on their weaknesses. And I think that's what kind of made our coaches pretty good. That second half of the season of 15, being able to put us in positions to be able to be successful.
Okay, well, quick pause. Corey's got breaking news. So, Corey, what's going on right now?
Whew, this is a big one. Free agent cornerback Richard Sherman was booked at 6:08 this a.m. at Seattle Correctional Facility for burglary, domestic violence. Per King County Public Records, Richard Sherman was denied bail.
I don't know.
Give us the story. Is that it? There's no story?
Is there any details?
That's all the details they have right now at the moment.
I can't say anything to that.
I can't say.
I don't know anything.
I don't know anything.
The fact that he wasn't given bail or bond is a concern, but burglary, I think that's just probably he forced himself into the house. If that's what happened, I don't know. But
I have no idea. You remember that thing where what was that? I don't know the story, but like OJ, like somebody stole something from him, so he went back and took it back, and they called him and called burglary on him. I don't know if it's something like that, but
I don't think he broke into a house and was stealing stuff. Richard Sherman is one of the most intelligent players in the game. We'll see. Honestly, I don't really know what to say about that without having the full details. I don't want to speak irresponsibly.
He said burglary and domestic violence.
Domestic violence. I'm sure it's a domestic dispute.
Well, with
whether or not it was violent or not, it could be just a shouting match. The police could have been called for a variety of reasons, but
and I don't want to throw out. I don't like to throw out my
it's not cool.
False narratives. Yeah. And we'll see we'll let this story unfold, and we can tap into it.
All right. Well, right after the break, we'll get back to the Lions rushing attack, and we also have a hot Matthew Stafford topic that we're going to get to.
Well, before we leave, have I told you about Northwestern Tech?
Please do.
Start a career in the industry that is always essential, the heating and cooling industry. To learn more today, go to northwesterntech.edu now, because right now we're outside in this heat, and I wish we had some air conditioning. Stay tuned. Baligian and Bell, Woodward Sports.
Tony is a third-generation logger that has a simple, practical approach to life and work. That's why his Coast DX342 knife is perfect for him. The stainless steel blade is rust-resistant and made for all-weather use. And the double roll-lock safety ensures that it will never inadvertently close when he doesn't want it to. That's why Coast is trusted tough.
So welcome back to Baligian and Bell. We left with some news with Richard Sherman being booked this morning for domestic violence and burglary charges. Not too much of the story has unfolded yet. We'll keep you guys tapped in as the story or as everything moves along. But moving on, the Lions' run game this year should be the strong point of the offense this year, which one has the run game being the strength of the team. Even when I played, we weren't the strength, but we weren't.
I think there's a false narrative, and tell me if I'm wrong, in the league where you need to have the most dominant run game to really contend deep in the playoffs, and I don't think it's that. I think you need to be able to run situationally. Like, you need to be able to run the ball when you have to. I think that's how the game works.
Are you saying you need a running back or a run game?
You don't need a dude leading the league in rushing, basically, is what I'm saying. It's just it's not a thing. You know what I mean?
No, you don't. But you do need a good run. You need a balanced offense.
Yes, you need to be able to run the ball consistently throughout the season.
And I'll give you a perfect example. You don't want to be one-dimensional, and when you are one-dimensional, it can be a mirage. You can have some success early, and then as the season goes along, you'll see, like, wow, they're really one-dimensional.
I mean,
and I'll give you a perfect example, the Steelers.
Okay.
Started off, 11-0?
11-0.
11-0. And
one of the top defenses, and they just finished
1-5. And that's what kept them in the hunt. That's what kept them, their defense. They're one of the top 3 defenses in the league. Offensively, run game was almost non-existent. I mean, it wasn't horrible, but definitely could have been way better.
Yeah.
Wasn't a strength, and I would say that was probably their weakness this year.
They addressed it by drafting Najee Harris, so hopefully that'll help them.
Hopefully it will. And they knew what it was. And you have Big Ben coming back. I don't know how much more he has in the tank, but that's Big Ben. Is he gonna walk away on his own, or are they gonna push him out? But he is the Steelers. You think of the Steelers, you think of Big Ben. So that plays a major factor in your team. Or how you look around the Steelers?
I think they're shit, honestly. I don't think they're going to perform this year. Sure, they had the 10-game winning streak and all that, but
11,
Big Ben, okay, 11, but Big Ben is old as shit. Like, I could throw a better ball than him.
I'll tell you what, the Steelers are going to be good only because they have Mike Tomlin as their head coach.
That's what I was going to say.
Having said that, Big Ben has cost them multiple games in the biggest moments over his career. He won Super Bowls early, and it's been this up and down train ride with him. So I think this is their last year with him realistically, where he probably plays at a B+ level, and then they'll move on. But back to just the overall rushing attack, you look at a Christian McCaffrey, Dalvin Cook, the top backs, even Zeke in Dallas. You have this running game, but that doesn't mean your success is predicated on it. Because if you're not able to balance your offense, you're going to get exposed in the playoffs. And this is what happened with the Buccaneers. The Buccaneers went into the playoffs this season, and they were one of the best passing attacks. Nobody expected that the Tampa Bay Buccaneers were going to dominate the run game in the postseason. What they do, Ronald Jones, Leonard Fournette, they took that offensive line and they absolutely shoved the ball down every team's throat, and especially in the Super Bowl. Yeah. And it's more situational running than it is you need to have the best back in the league. You just need to have a balanced offense, and you need to be able to run the ball on 3rd and 1, and you need to run it on 1st and 10.
Now, I want you to understand, these backs that you're naming, they're not, you have you have your Derrick Henrys, right?
Mm-hmm. Your tier ones.
These are your tier ones.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I wouldn't say, Lynette is a tier 1.
No.
But he's definitely not. You have Derrick Henry, then you have everybody else, right?
Yeah.
Everybody else. Those two backs are right here, right? They're not where everyone else. They're right here. You have your Chubbs, your even I like the kid from Ohio State with the Ravens. I like
J.K. Dobbins.
I like Dobbins. I like Dobbins. So you have these backs who they're coming in, they're making an impact. You have so I wouldn't say these are situational backs. I would say they are impact players, but I'm not going to say they're tier 1s.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So if you have a back like that that's on your team that can go out there and you know what you're going to get week in, week out.
It's a big plus.
It's a big plus.
Yeah.
And that's what you look for in your running backs, consistency.
Yeah.
And
I know when I'm handing you the ball off in your prime, I'm getting 4.5 yards a carry realistically. That is something I can bank on. So on 1st down, I know I'm looking at 2nd and 6. I can game plan on it all week. 8 times out of 10, we're looking at 2nd and 6, probably a 3rd and 6 or a 3rd and 3, depending on what we get out of the play, or we just get a 1st down. But that's what I mean situationally. I don't mean the backs themselves. I mean when you're facing a 3rd and 2, a 3rd and 3, or even a 3rd and 1 or inches, whatever it may be, if you're able to run the ball effectively, and even if they stack the box, you're still able to run the ball, that is such an advantage in the NFL. And that's why Derrick Henry's been so valuable the last 2-3 years.
He's a man.
I mean imagine being on your own goal line, running a power to the left side. They know it's going to Derrick Henry, and he still busts you for 99 yards. That is unstoppable.
Well, they don't know what they was about to run. No, I mean, that was – they had 5 linemen on the left. They had 5 blockers on the left.
Mm-hmm.
You know it's going that way, but there's no way you think it's going to happen. And when you have plays like that, that's all about filling the gaps. And on that particular play, the linebacker filled in the wrong gap, and it cost them.
Well, speaking of filling the gaps, the Lions were able, I would say, to fill a gap by trading Matthew Stafford this summer for 2 first-round picks and Jared Goff. Now, Matthew Stafford, in a poll done by coaches, executives, and players, a poll ran through ESPN, he was ranked the number 6 quarterback going into the season. Yeah. And the question here is, would Stafford still be a top 10 quarterback, let alone number 6, if he was still with the Lions? And I'll let you start with that.
No, it wouldn't. The people that voted him to be number 6 are the same people saying that the Detroit Lions organization was holding Matthew Stafford back. And so this year, this is going to be make it or break it for Matthew as far as the legacy he wants to leave on this game. He has incredible arm talent, which we talk about, a lot and often, more so than not. But going to this team with this new coach, with Sean McVay, going there with him in this new offense, having more weapons, been on a better team, this is going to be, what's your excuse now? And people are going to look for him to have an excuse if he's not successful. Now, if he makes it to the playoffs and he goes to, say, the second or third round, that would be a success for – I would say that's successful for him because he'll have won more games there in his first year than any other I'm sorry. Are you talking to me, Alex? Okay.
Art's just distracting people.
No, I'm not.
Yeah,
I was trying to have Alex to adjust the camera on Adham because he looks like a midget. That's why.
Okay.
I didn't want to interrupt the show. Go ahead and adjust it. Joique, continue. I'm sorry.
No, but if he makes it to the second or third round of the playoffs this year, there'll be more playoffs wins than he had in his entire career here in Detroit.
Yep.
And so that'll be a plus for him, and then he can build off of that going into the future.
Look at John Elway's legacy before the 2 Super Bowls.
Yeah,
he was known for a great arm talent, put up all the numbers that you wanted, phenomenal player, but just could never get it done.
Never get it done.
And Stafford has that same opportunity with that team in Los Angeles to do that.
I can't remember what game it was, but I don't think he had won a Super Bowl yet, but he wanted it bad. And so I remember one play.
The
drop back,
helicopter?
The helicopter. He dropped back and he went out there and put his body on the line. And I think that kind of helped rally his team to say, no, if he wants it this bad, we want it this bad too, so we're going to get it. And so that's kind of what Stafford is going to have to do there in L.A. Because I'm going to let you know right now, L.A., they have some fans, but that's not really a
football town.
Yeah. It's not really a football town. But if they can have some success and he can rally them together and bring a Super Bowl to that town.
No, it's definitely a legacy moment for these next 2 seasons. But I have to agree with him being a top 10 quarterback. He's got the best coach he's ever had, Sean McVay. The best.
I don't say that.
Oh, come on. He's
I want
over Jim.
Over Jim Caldwell?
Has to be.
How you figure?
Okay, well, let's just put Sean and Jim together side by side. Sean is more of the offensive-minded coach, so that benefits Stafford. Jim was more of a culture professional gentleman that really helped establish a winning identity, if you want to call it that, over a few years. But Sean McVay, multiple division titles, 2 NFC Championship appearances, 1 Super Bowl appearance. I mean, it's not even. I don't think it's even close. And one's literally in his prime, and the other, after he got booted from Detroit, has yet to get a job for reasons I still don't understand.
Because you remember he took that leave of absence.
Yep.
That leave of absence because of health reasons, and then had another interview with Houston, and then also had another job interview to be the head coach of Tennessee. But I don't know how that happened. I don't know if he turned him down or what happened. But I mean, he's been on Super Bowl. He's been on Super Bowl teams, the Super Bowl runs.
I understand.
He's been on that as well. So let's not.
For Stafford, I think Sean McVay will be more for Stafford than Caldwell was.
And we'll see. And you know what? Only time will tell. Let's see what conversation we'll be having in February come next year.
Fair enough.
All right.
Well,
we'll wait for that.
All right, fair enough. I'm going to give you it. But once we get back from the break, we have NBA Finals to preview. Bucks,
so
Suns.
Excited, Adam.
Oh, man, I'm so excited. Honestly, I'm trying not to go off on this because Art's telling me to go to break, but I got to say Stafford is a top 10 quarterback in that system. It's not even a debate, but it.
We got time.
All right, so listen.
I want to hear Adam's take. I want a passionate Adam.
All right, Art.
We can do it after the break.
Shut the hell up, Art.
All right. So after the break, we'll come back. Give us your thoughts in the comment section on if you feel that Stafford is a top 10 quarterback, because it's a lot of debate. And one thing that Sean always says when he's on the show, that he doesn't put Stafford as being a great quarterback, but he's not horrible either. He's a good quarterback. So when we come back, let's tap into it. Woodward Sports.
Hi, I'm David Hall from Hall Financial. And at Hall Financial, we treat our clients like family. And our number one priority is giving each of our clients 5-star service. Our passion for 5-star service, combined with our expertise, allows us to find the best possible solution for refinancing your home loan. We take the time to focus on both the individual and the numbers. We're going to walk you through the process and close your loan in half the time of our competition. Go to davidhallmortgage.com today.
All right, welcome back. Art's just pressing buttons
I
at
like
this
that.
point, but I like it.
Where's mine? Where's mine? Where's
Yeah,
mine?
can you give Joique his?
Hang on.
Dun, 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 dun.
Ooh.
With the first pick here at the golf club, I'm going to definitely take Joique over
We
Art.
select Kennedy as our number one producer, bringing me a bag of chips.
She's
with a
taking
bottle of water.
forever. God.
Give me the barbecue chip. I got a. Thank you. Thank you.
Those were definitely not for Joique, but
They are now.
They are now.
all right, listen. Art, you want to hear
Thanks for your hair on the bottle.
passionate
Appreciate it.
rant?
Yeah, because I feel as though, we've got the time to discuss it. And, don't bang on the tables because they're made out of rocks here and tiles.
I'll break them.
I feel as though you have a good point with Stafford. Like, he actually has the tools needed to be successful.
No, God, no.
Okay.
No. That is not where I was going with this. First of all, he's had multiple very good rosters. Probably only for one season he really had a dynamic, unbelievably talented roster, but beyond the point. Right now, he's walking into a defense that is coming off the best defensive year we've seen probably since the Seattle Seahawks with the Legion of Boom. And honestly,
no.
Yeah.
Ours.
Oh,
14.
goodness.
14. No, you got to think 14. We was going back and forth with the Legion of Boom. We was going back and forth for the best
Takeaways wise, yeah. You guys were taking
in run, in defending against the run. When we set historically the number one rush defense in the Lions organization history.
Yeah, but that's on the Lions organization.
No. But But
they were really good. It was a really great defense. But what I'm trying to picture here is Stafford's walking into a situation where his offensive core is very established. He has Cam Akers at running back, a very solid offensive line. The best player in the NFL, Aaron Donald, on the defensive side of the ball. He's got Sean McVay as a coach who's, I think, going to get the most out of him that we've ever seen from Stafford. Now, whether or not Stafford delivers is a totally different discussion, but if we're all going to be honest here, you take any good quarterback, which Stafford is, he's a good quarterback, and you put him under the right system, the right coach with the right opportunity, it would be very difficult for me to see the scenario where he just falls on his face. So I think going in, he's 100% a top 10 quarterback. Do I think he's number 6? Probably not, but I could care less about the number at this point. I think his situation in Los Angeles is the best he's ever been in, and you can't deny that. I know Lions fans are going to be frustrated with that, but listen, it was time to move on. You got two first round picks out of him.
No one's frustrated. We had a great deal.
Yeah.
It was time to move on.
You got 2 first round picks out of the guy. You got the quarterback that can kind of bridge if he's not the future. Like, this was a great deal for everybody, and you got to also look at it from Stafford's standpoint.
He was dude
was playing hurt all the time. He was playing for a losing team. Like, the fact that he was able to get up and out his way, go to where he wanted to be, I think, like, everybody should just, like, walk away and just, who gives a shit? Like, everybody walked away happy. This is
I'm gonna give you what's
not a bad thing.
And I agree with what you said, but if you don't want to be here anymore, we don't want you anymore.
100%.
We sit down in the room. Listen, it's been a great run. It's been a great run. Let's figure out how we can make a transition where it's beneficial for both parties.
Absolutely.
All right, I'm Brad Hone. Let me make a phone call. I'm going to call my people over at
Los Angeles.
In Los Angeles,
yeah.
LA. Let's strike a deal. And we got a hell of a deal.
Mm-hmm.
We got a 33-year-old quarterback with a big contract for a quarterback who
26,
who's already been to the Super Bowl, have multiple playoff wins.
Yep.
Multiple playoff appearances.
Yep.
Bring him here. Along will get a first-round draft pick or 2 third-round draft picks.
Mm-hmm.
What else you get?
You got 2 first-rounders. And, I believe some conditionals later on.
Yeah, we got some third-rounders.
Based on performance, yeah.
Right. And so now you have 2 years, right, where you have 2 picks in the first round.
Mm-hmm.
And one thing that Brad Home does well is he was the
he was a scout. He was a talent evaluator. Yep.
He was a talent evaluator for the NCAA. And so for him, his whole mindset, his whole plan is to, or his strength is to scout NCAA football players and get them on certain teams to fill in certain spots, and that's what he does best. And so what does he do? He goes out, he gets more draft picks because he believed that the best way to make it successful is through building the team through the draft. Right? So that's one. So that's the first deal he did. The second thing he did was they went out and they got an all-star coaching staff. Big names. Guys that might be a head coach in the next 2 to 3 years or 4 years. What does that do for us? Minorities. What does that do for us? It gives
draft picks.
It gives us more draft picks in the future for if they were to go out and get a job at another team being a head coach. So now that's another way that we're going to continue to build our team through the draft, right? And what else does he do? He goes out, he gets a minority GM to come in and work with him. Ray Agnew, who was a brilliant mind as well, that's sitting in the room, sees everything, and he's been developed, and he might be a GM of a team, say, 4 or 5 years down the road as well. That's more picks for us. And so right now, Brad Holmes is playing chess. He's not playing checkers. He doesn't care about this year.
Absolutely not.
He doesn't. And if the fans really think we're going 10-7 or 11-6,
We are.
We're not.
We are.
And
I talked to Crackman today. We're going 10-7, and if
it's the reason they call him Crackman. So
Damn right.
So I want you to understand. What they're doing is they're looking at the bigger picture. There's always a bigger picture. There's always a method to the madness. And for people who don't understand the method to the madness, your eyes are closed. Like,
Lions fans need to accept that this deal was the best thing for both parties. We can all agree on that. You also have to accept that if Stafford leaves and he absolutely crushes it in Los Angeles, you have nobody but the organization to look at. It's that simple. Now, granted, you put a few good rosters around the kid, and he didn't perform. 0-3 in the playoffs, and ever since his first game, I believe he's gone 7 or 8 quarters without a touchdown in the playoffs. But beyond the point, move on. Who cares? He's a good quarterback. He's not great. He's not below average. He's good. He's Kirk Cousins with a better arm. Stafford.
How important?
Stafford?
Yeah. He's good. He's a good quarterback.
How important? I mean, obviously we've
has
talked
great
about
moments. Good quarterback.
We've talked about Sewell, and he's not going to be as dominant in year one because he's learning. And
we don't know. We don't know that.
And we don't know. But
we don't know. He can be dominant. He could be dominant. You just don't know.
Here's my question. Just on a prediction base, how well do you think he is going to perform this year? Why are you doing this right in front of me?
We're
You
giving
are a monster.
We're giving our NFC North standing predictions for the upcoming season later. But for Penei Sewell, I don't give a shit. I don't have a prediction for Penei Sewell. I want to see the dude understand pre-snap coverage, understand pre-line motion, pre-snap line motion.
So don't buy a jersey.
I'm good, thank
I was going to buy a jersey. Don't buy a jersey.
I don't care. Buy a jersey. Drink
year
all the
one,
Kool-Aid
he's going to
you want.
explode. What are you talking about?
You're just missing the point.
These are
You don't want him
delusional.
to explode year one. You
Yes.
want him to grow and develop. The team is not ready to
He's
explode.
not a bench warmer.
Hey, take your tab off.
Oh, yeah, we don't do this shit for free.
No free advertising.
What is this bougie?
No
Like,
free advertising.
don't show the water brand. They're not paying us.
No free advertising.
But listen, we got so excited at the draft party over Penei Sewell, and I got excited.
I'm
because,
excited for him too.
But I want him to perform in year one. But you're saying it's not
You
going to happen.
wanting that is what's
I know.
problem with this
I know.
entire fucking city.
I know.
You want
All right?
what? You want
all
what?
of you
They
want
what?
you want your fucking roses on top of your water.
Yep.
You want everything at one
Yep.
time. Why can't you just enjoy that? This team needs to develop over the next 2 to 3 seasons.
10-7 is
They're
developing.
not 10. If they're
This
not
is-
winning 10 games,
This
it's
is what we're going to
impossible.
see. This is what we're going to see this
with
year.
that attitude.
Hold on. Now, let me clear the smoke. Art.
Yeah.
They're not going 10-7. Look at me in my eyes. No, look at me in my eyes. Listen, just don't say anything. They're not going to go 10-7.
You don't want them to go
Listen.
10-7.
Right.
You don't want them to win?
No.
Okay.
They are not capable of winning.
Not with that attitude.
Hold on, let me.
No.
Crackman, it just
Can
gave
I
me
finish
that.
that?
Yeah,
Can
go
I finish?
ahead.
Can I
I'm sorry.
can I finish my point?
Go ahead.
They're not going to go 10-7. All right. They're not going to go 9-8. Adham.
Yeah.
Now, I agree with you. They're not going to win games, but what you are going to see,
Improvement.
you're going to see improvement, but you're going to see flashes of what we
Could be. Yep.
or what we could be in the future. We just
all you
add
want.
a few more pieces.
That's
So what we're going to do? So what you're going to see, Art?
you guys
this
want
year-
bottom of the barrel.
Art, can I finish talking?
Yeah, I'm
and then you
sorry.
can come in.
I'm sorry.
You know,
Just frustrated.
what you are going to see this year is you're going to see flashes of greatness of what we could be going into the future. We're not going to win games because you know why? We're not going to be able to put a full game together week in, week out, every single week because we don't have those type of players. And then on top of that, on not having those type of players, you have to incorporate injuries. Can you imagine if Jared Goff goes now?
Oh God.
Can you imagine?
That's
if,
our king.
Can you imagine if our top corner goes down. Can you imagine if our running backs go, if our RBs go down? Can you imagine if Hawkinson goes down? Like this happens during the season.
But notice what you're doing. You're naming key players.
These are key
DeAndre
players.
Swift, Jamar
my
Jefferson,
goodness.
who's going to be new. I get that. But here's my question.
And you saying I'm naming key players. Let me give you a perfect example. We're in Philadelphia, 2014, playing in the Snow Bowl. Everything is good. We're in warm-ups before the game. Warm-up. We're warming up before the game. We're doing pat and go. It's Reggie, it's me, Theo Riddick, our fullback Mike Burton in back of us, and we're just doing pat and go with the receivers. Reggie goes to take off just to catch a pass and took 2 steps and stopped. Went down, grabbed his cab, pulled his cab, and was out for the whole game. Had to change the whole game plan within 10 minutes before the game. That happens.
Yeah.
So don't sit here and say when I say key players, like this cannot happen when you take our star running back out of the game.
What Joique's trying to explain to you is, one, there are variables you just can't predict that happen throughout a football season, number one. But beyond that, the roster now is not ready to compete for the division.
And I get that.
You have to understand that. They're playing in actually one of the most difficult divisions.
3 things. Believe, conceive, achieve.
This is why you're going to go out to the driving range in a little
do
bit and hit the ball 30 yards.
Here's the other thing. What's the point of OTAs, minicamp, rookie camp, training,
and the regular season to grow and develop?
If we're just going to go 10-7. If we're just going to go, if we're not even going to go 10-7, just cancel OTAs.
A good season would be 6-11. You saw flashes of great moments throughout the season. The team was able to run the ball correctly, pass protect. Look, man, I'm telling you, you just need to understand where the team's at. I'm not going to sit here and put an expectation on a rookie coach that, hey, I want to see 10 wins out of you. What the hell are you doing?
But it's not some guy that they picked up off the corner.
When we come back from commercial.
What do you mean? He is an unproven
when we come back
head
from
coach.
Commercial,
There's a
we're going
great
to hear more nonsense from Art.
Jesus Christ.
Because this is nonsense. Because I'm trying to be – because right now he's thinking I'm thinking logically here. He's thinking more so emotionally. And
out of his ass, not emotionally.
And I know one – never mind. I don't want to take it there.
Don't go there.
I'm not going to take it there. But he's thinking emotionally. He's an unstable creature. And if you ever seen Baby Boy, you know exactly what I mean. All right, stay tuned. Woodward Sports. All right, that was a quick break. Right back to it. No bathroom breaks here. We're going straight through it.
Man, bathroom's a long way from here, so
no,
it's
it
not
isn't.
happening.
It's right in there.
You got to run down.
I tell you, they have the most beautiful bathroom in there I've ever seen. We're at Cherry Creek Golf Club, by the way.
If you drink the whole bottle, you have one in your hand.
There you go.
But shout out to Cherry Creek Golf Club and Jennifer Hammond from Fox 2 and all the great people here putting on this great event. There's 200 golfers out there right now.
Is it 200?
There was mascots earlier.
I saw them.
The Pause was here. He almost smacked Stick in the face.
I know he did smack Stick.
Yep. And then
I saw he tried to have Rory bite his kneecap.
Yeah, and then Pause grabbed Sawyer's hat because he had an Orioles hat on.
I heard it was Dan Campbell underneath that hat. Was it Dan Campbell?
I don't know. There was Spartan was here. Titan was here.
I'm sorry, but this is nonsense.
What do you mean?
Like, the way you think and the way I want to say at least half the fan base thinks. You have an unproven head coach.
Okay.
It's his first time being a full-time head coach.
What did he do in Miami?
Head coach in Miami.
Explain to me what he did in Miami.
He was an interim coach in Miami.
Just looked at a tablet the whole time? But he looked at the tablet. He wasn't learning, right?
4-7.
He wasn't learning?
4-7. Are you unreal?
I look at a guy who used to play for the Lions, who
was on the 0-16 roster.
He still played.
Who knows how to lose. What else? Keep going.
I just look at some.
Does not have a scheme that he lives by.
Okay,
He's not offensive guru, not a defensive guru.
Listen,
what else?
I got Terry Foster. I'll bring him in for some real knowledge if you want to go hard.
Bring Terry in.
He's thinking Super Bowl champs too. Terry Foster's
Terry Foster's not thinking Super Bowl champs.
Put Terry on. Terry, come in.
Terry, come into the shot here.
Well, we need you because right now he's
Terry, Art's smoking crack right now.
Bring your chair over, Terry. Have a seat.
We're doing drug tests after this for everybody.
Oh God, no! Please no drug tests.
Unreal, Art. Unreal.
I just had faith.
Terry, what do I have to say more? Or what do me and Joique have to do right now to convince Art? It ain't happening.
There's certain people, there's nothing you can do.
Yeah.
This is one of them.
These are people you have to give up on. Is that
right.
Is that what I'm understanding?
No, we're not giving up on them.
Just kick them to the curb and never talk to them again.
No, but this is the Detroit fan base right here. They think you're going to win 5 games and then change coaches and win 10 the next.
in football, there are moments where you finish fourth in the division and the next year you're second or first. Like, it happens. But with this roster,
but
with
usually
this new coach,
it's with the same coach.
Listen,
Exactly.
no, this is what they're going to do. They're building for consistency and greatness. And in order to be great, you have to be consistent, week in, week out. And that's what they're building here. And they don't – if you look at this roster, how many great players you see? Like, great Hall of Fame players. Just say great player. I ain't going to say Hall of Fame. That's super. Yeah, give me some great players right now.
I think Jared Goff has the potential.
I think you're dumb.
Frank Ragnow is the best talent.
Frank Ragnow, he could be a Hall of Famer. You're saying Frank Ragnow can't. Correct me.
No, he can. He can. Yeah. But what position does he play? Is he a wide receiver? No. Is he a quarterback?
He's a skilled player.
Goddamn center.
Right. He's a center.
All right, so we need a good defense. So we have a good defense right now.
Penny Sewell's going to have a breakout year.
He's not.
That's not defense. That's
you
offense.
asshole.
But he's got to protect the ball runner.
God.
So see, I know what I'm talking. You guys use.
No, actually, you don't. He's got to
this is what we
protect
need
the
to
quarterback.
do. Kennedy, we got to make sure we put some MMA stuff in here in the content for Art.
Look, Art.
Put some MMA because right now he's just stirring the pot. Hey, guys. You guys doing all right? Hitting them straight? Hitting them straight?
I know you're supposed to say
all right. Every once in a while?
All right, here's what young Art doesn't understand is that you can build a team that could win 9 or 10 games, but it's like on quicksand. You do it the wrong way. Maybe you bring in some old veterans and everything who can have a year or two, and then you get rid of them, then you're back to
Square
6
one.
wins, right.
So you know how Art here when you do work and people crap on you all the time. You like, but let me, and you just keep working and working and we're doing more work and you still getting they crap on you, but you do a lot of work here. That's what the Lions are going through right now. But what I'm saying is the harder you try, right? The harder you try to get out, the quicker you sink. If we don't change our roster and get more talent here and think we have what we have right now can get us to the playoff, we're going to continue to sink.
Listen, I talked to Crackman earlier today. He agreed with me. 10-7 wild card win.
Okay,
His name is Crackman.
Right.
Like, imagine me walking around and saying I'm the dope fiend. Are you going to listen to me?
Crackman here right now. He'll put some boots in some asses.
Crackman is a guy. The worst Lions season he's ever predicted was 10-6.
You know,
when they played 16 games.
He is.
That's why they call him Crackman.
I got his card right here.
Give or take. How old do you think he is, Terry? 60, 65?
I thought he was 70.
All right. He's 7 years old. Since he was born, all he's known is losing. You think I'm going to fucking listen to him? God, no, I'm not.
There we go.
Don't give me that shit.
Right down on
Don't give me that shit. I'm not listening to some crackhead.
In order for you,
I'm going to listen to Brad Holmes.
In order for you to experience a Lions championship, you have to be 76 years old. It's true.
Yep.
I don't believe it.
The 50s were a great time.
Guys, there are teams in our division that are well advanced in the rebuild process than we are. The Packers are already ready to contend. They've been to back-to-back NFC championships. The Vikings lost literally half of their defense last year, and we're still a pretty decent team. And when they'll get everybody back this year, they're probably going to push for 9, 10, 11 wins. And then you look at the Bears. If Justin Fields is what the Bears think he is, the Bears are better than the Lions. Even without Justin Fields, they're still going to be better than the Lions this year. They're going to be the worst team in the division. And it's not me being a pessimist. This is the reality. The team needs time to grow. Why can't you accept that? They have 4 first-round picks in the next 2 years. How hard is that to understand? They have such an opportunity right now, by 2023, to be on the cusp of not only contending and winning the division, but potentially, I don't know, winning a 10 playoff game, getting to the NFC Championship. That'd be nice. Maybe a Super Bowl. I don't know. I don't know where it goes from here. All I know is that this year the team is not ready to compete. And if you think they're going to win 10 games, you might as well hold your Dan Campbell get fired signs because he is not going to live up to that. You can't put that on him.
Here's what Art keeps saying. If you say they're going to win 6 games, why even watch? Am I correct? You always said
I want to watch them develop.
Here's why you watch.
I told him this already, but he don't listen. I told him, Terry, him they're gonna show you signs of what they can be or what they could be with a few more pieces added. The thing is, they're not going to have the roster or the talent to be able to put together a full 4-quarter games for 16 games out the regular season, week in, week out. They don't have that. And we're not even talking – the injury rate in the NFL is 100%. That means it's not if you get hurt, it's when you get hurt. It's 100%.
But here's the thing. Why watch? Because you want to see them develop. You watch for entertainment value.
Why do you watch your kids? You want to see your kids develop.
Also, you watch.
Greatness
You,
from day
you,
one.
you
Otherwise
watch.
they're out.
You watch for this reason that the Lions don't do stupid shit to lose games. If they're getting 10 penalties for 140 yards or something, you know what?
Yes.
They're not developing.
They're
If they fall apart in the fourth quarter, they're not developing.
I want you to understand
but
this too, Terry.
if you see a team that's competing and playing smart, and you know what? Damn it, they just lost.
Terry,
That's why you watch.
Let me tap in right there. Now, I want you to understand what he just said, Art, that you can look at a team, you can look at their penalties, you can look at all of that, and usually a team is going to take over the mindset or the mannerism of their head coach. So if their head coach is a hothead and he's fiery, then more than likely your team is going to be like that. Right, and usually they say like your best player on the team matches your head coach.
Yep.
And so you look at Jim Schwartz. Jim Schwartz was hot, and Sue was, he was hot. You have Jim Caldwell, who was real calm in the Megatron. He was, chill. So you look at that, and you look at the team when Jim Schwartz was there. They got way more defensive penalties than what they had when Jim Caldwell came in. All this matters.
You see on the roster right now that matches.
I'll tell you what, Art. Forget even that. That's not what's important. If you finish the season, Jeff Okudah has a great sophomore year. Penei Sewell shows flashes of greatness. Your quarterback is able to throw the ball well on third down. I don't know. Maybe you're able to run the ball damn well and you can control the clock. And I don't know. Maybe your defense doesn't give up 35 points a game. I don't know. I'm pretty happy with that. Even if we're 3-14, I'm okay with that as long as I'm seeing development. The team isn't ready to win.
Hurt people.
Here's the
dumb
thing.
people hurt dumb people.
All right, let's be blunt.
Guns don't kill people.
Dan
People
Campbell is a crazy motherfucker. Can we all agree on that?
Yep.
Who?
Campbell.
I don't say he's crazy. I say he's energetic and passionate.
I say he's crazy. All right, we can be we can differ on that. But let's see if this team takes on
the image
the
of their
character
coach.
of their coach. If you see that, you're going to see some entertaining football. You're going to say, you know what? They lost, but I can't take my eyes off of this team.
That's right. The lion roar, baby.
Or honestly, I think you just we're gonna drug test after the show. Honestly,
Please God, no.
Yeah.
No, but this guy's not crazy. This is a Lion fan.
Right,
That's the way a
fan.
Lion. We make fun of them, but this dude here is in the majority. He is. Now we are more rational, we seem more
broken-hearted.
This guy. No, we're not broken-hearted.
No, you're
we're realistic.
Hey, we're gonna get through this.
You're
10-7.
irrational. You're irrational. You're being irrational here.
What's up, buddy boy? No, but
Everybody knows
this guy
Siri.
right here is the way a lot of people in this town think. And, we got to deal with that, and we got to try to talk him down off the ledge.
To Rory's face when he comes in roaring in that mask.
I'll punch Rory in the face if he tells me they're going to go 10-7.
No. Rory is not
Rory
allowed to talk.
Well, no, but he can roar.
No, he can't.
If he roars 10 times and tells me that means it's going to go 10-7, I'll punch Rory in the face. I don't give a shit.
If Rory roars, he gets fired because he's not supposed to talk.
Good. He shouldn't talk. Neither should Art.
Just talk.
None of you should talk. None of you Lions fans should talk. You're all unreal. It's unbelievable. Like, I hate that you exist.
No. What we do is we let them talk, and then at the end of the season we say, "It's what we tried to tell you, buddy boy. Now we go on from here."
All right. So when we come back from break, I want to tap into the Suns and Bucks preview, and I want to get back into the Lions a little bit.
Okay.
When we come back from break, what was sports?
I'm looking to bring on another HVAC tech right now.
We are recruiting 5 to 10 techs a month.
We're looking to grow and expand. Every new tech we hire is from Northwestern Tech.
The hands-on training is fantastic.
They're always my first call.
We love hiring Northwestern Tech grads.
They come out trained and ready to work.
Our program is only 10.5 months, and our next classes are starting soon. So why wait?
I'm looking to hire
a graduate of Northwestern Tech. Northwestern Tech.
Northwestern Tech.
Northwestern Tech.
Right back like we never left. Get right or get left. That's not me. It's
okay, all right.
Okay. You playing me. Hit mine. Play mine. You got to play mine. Because I brought us back. Here we go.
Sorry about that, Joique.
With the number one pick. I love that.
Yeah, it's a good. I'll tell you what, there was not a better experience this offseason than we were live at Del Mar doing the draft party, and that jingle went off, and they announced Penei Sewell. It was such a great feeling. The fact that he fell at 7 was such a great moment, I think, for the – it was just a head start, man.
I said it was going to happen. Yeah. I said it was going to happen.
Speak into existence, baby.
I told –
What are you talking about? You guys are delusional. You're speaking into existence. No, they're 0-6. You know what?
You know what's funny? You know what's hilarious?
What's up?
How he's talking, how crazy that is.
No faith.
It's not about – we're going to be 10-7 one year, but not this year. All right, so let's bet your trailer on it.
What?
Let's bet your trailer on it. So they go.
No, he has nothing in life. Don't bet him. He can't afford to lose anything.
I want the trailer. I want the trailer. I know where you live.
I'll hide it.
Do you want this brother to be homeless?
Yeah, oh, he does.
Hey, that's not my issue. He shouldn't have bet it.
Well, we
shook on it the same way I said it on air about me eating a chip. Did I eat the chip?
You did eat the chip.
I ate the chip. So he shook my hand on national streaming television.
So you should be ashamed of yourself.
Thank you.
Shame on you for taking advantage of a guy that just loves the Lions so much that you know you can sucker him into a sucker bet.
Unbelievable.
His fault.
Okay, I just read something really amazing.
I don't know, man.
I read something really amazing.
Opportunists.
I read something really amazing, actually, in the YouTube chat. One of 17 rookie head coaches that have made the playoffs, only one of them have made a conference title game, which means they've advanced more than the second round, so divisional round.
In the first year.
In their first year.
Okay.
Now, imagine taking over a team that was 5-12. I'm sorry, 5-11. You think you're going to win 12, 13 games? It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. I'm not going to talk. I'll punch Dan Campbell in the face, too, if he tells me they're going to go 10-7. Okay. And he knows that, and that's why he hasn't come out and said, hey, we're going to come out and we're going to build a winning team this year. It's not going to happen. Call him.
Holmes?
Call him.
Yeah.
I promise you, behind closed doors, behind closed doors, they are so excited that they have 4 first-round picks over the next 2 seasons. They're so excited for it. They're excited to see what they're going to get out of this offensive line. They're excited to see if the defense is going to improve, if Jeff Okudah is going to be much better. There's no way in hell Dan Campbell is putting a number. No way Dan Campbell's putting a number. Hey, I think we win 10 games this year. It's not going to happen.
He'll be crazy to do
He's not going to do it.
He's not going to do it.
He can't do it.
I can't do it. I told one reporter, I said, listen, I'm coming back off of surgery. I just want to be healthy. My goal is to, I want to do 1,200. That's what I'm kind of challenging myself to do, 1,200 yards. And Joique said he's going to get 1,200 yards this year and just blew it up in the media. I'm like, that's not what I said. I said I'm coming back off an injury, and my goal for myself is to get that. If I don't, I don't. But, like, they just took it. Joique is going to get, and then it just blew it up. But
now the reporter wasn't me, was it?
No, it wasn't you.
Okay, good.
I never did another. I never did.
All right, if the Lions go 10-7,
you keep your trailer.
I'll buy you a Tesla.
Teslas are $40,000.
That's fine. I'll buy you a Tesla.
$40,000. Which one?
For the base model.
Oh, for the base model. What is 35
with 2 tires?
I want the $130,000 one.
Nah.
With 2 tires.
If they win the Super Bowl this year, you can get that.
Fellas,
he said they win the Super Bowl, he'll get you that.
You're dealing with the weak and feeble over here. Stop making bets with him. That you should be ashamed of yourself.
Why?
Because this is like dealing with
greatness.
Like one of Jerry's kids or something like that. You don't make bets with people like this. You should be ashamed of yourselves. And Joique, you just don't give a damn.
You know what?
Shame on you.
I'm going to prove it later on the driving course. Is it called a driving course?
Driving range.
Exhibit Z on why you got to take advantage of guys like this. They're not going to learn their lesson. I'd rather it happen. I'd rather it come from me, a person who loves them, than somebody off the street that if he doesn't pay up.
You don't love me, you tolerate
But he's still going to be homeless.
And I tolerate you because I love you.
I don't know.
I can't stand it, but we'll move on for this for now because we're going to get back and touch on the NFC North standings later in the show.
Yeah.
But tonight, Game 4 of the NBA Finals, Suns-Bucks. Suns are up 2-1 in the series. Giannis has put up back-to-back 40-point triple-doubles over the last 2 games. Mm-hmm. He's shown he's the best player in the series. It's not even a question. Is Milwaukee capable of evening the series, let alone winning it after going down 2-0?
I'm going to let you know right now. The Bucks cannot let one game slip at home because they go back to Phoenix. You saw what happened there. So for the Suns to come into Milwaukee, the game plan is to sneak out with 1 win. If you can get 1 win on the road,
if they take care of business,
get 1 win on the road and bring it back home with that energy.
A team that's down 2-0, when they come home, they almost always win game 3.
Yep.
And then They fuck around and lose game 4.
Yeah.
That's what happens.
If Milwaukee is able to even the series tonight, that changes the whole landscape of it, because I think they are more capable of winning a road game than Phoenix.
Giannis is going to have to continue to play the way he's playing in order for him to have a shot at winning this. But that's tough to do that day in, day out.
Well, he's been doing it. I mean, he's averaging 37 and 15 in the playoffs. I don't think he's been the problem. It's been Chris Middleton and Drew Holiday not being able to score a basket.
But look, when they were losing in Phoenix, you got to think you'll have Booker with 30+ points. You'll have Chris Paul with 23. You'll have Bridges with 27.
Yep.
You know, and so you got multiple guys stepping up.
Yep. And that's what Milwaukee needs.
And that's what, but Milwaukee doesn't have that.
Well, they need it more consistently out of Middleton for sure. Drew Holiday though,
and it wasn't like that. They didn't have that yesterday with Booker and Chris Paul.
Yep.
And they didn't have that, and so that's where you saw the drop off.
I think that goes down to Drew Holiday's on-ball defense, though. I mean, he's played so well on-ball defense against both the point guard position with Chris Paul and Devin Booker at the shooting guard. Like, he's not afraid of guarding the other team's best player, and if he can at least bother them, which he clearly did in Game 3, and honestly, even in Game 2, Devin Booker's shooting 36% ever since he broke his nose. Like, it's not like Devin Booker's going off. He may put up the flashy numbers, but it's because he gets to the free throw line all the time. So I look at Phoenix. If Chris Paul is going off for 25 and 12, you're probably losing. You're probably losing.
Here's the deal with Devin Booker. Yes, the broken nose has bothered him, but I think he's been reading his clips. He's been hearing how great he is. And when he does that, he plays out of control. He just flips shit up. When he's
I'm not saying
no. Then
Come
when
on,
Phoenix is going well, stop it. Shut up. I'm talking. I don't care where you play. The thing is, when Phoenix is going well, they pass the ball around. They share the ball, and then when they don't, Booker's like, okay, I'm the baddest motherfucker. Kobe is my hero. I'm just going to throw shit up.
But when they lose, I don't hear a damn thing from Devin Booker.
Right.
I thought Rip Hamilton was his hero. I think, is that who he?
No. Rip Hamilton is his mask hero. Kobe is his brother hero. There's a difference.
Okay. All right.
Oh, man. I agree with Terry. I can't help it.
You think he's reading his press clippings and going back on the greatest?
That's not the point.
Devin Booker plays 2 games.
He balled out twice. He balled out in Game 1 without Chris Paul, I believe, in the Los Angeles series. Game 1 and 2, actually. He balled out. And ever since then, he's shooting 36 from the field, 80% from the free throw line, which is actually really good because he's been getting there. So it's been helping disguise how shit he's been playing, actually, and the team runs through Chris Paul. It's not a knock on Devin Booker.
Because he's going to the line?
He's shooting like 3. He shot 3 of 17 the game prior. Prior to that, it was like 8 of 27. The dude is just shooting way too much. He's not hitting his shots. Like, it's don't look at the point. Don't look at the point total and be like, damn, he had a good game. Because we do this for Chris Middleton.
I'm going to tell you a great quote from one of the best basketball players, if not the best basketball player to ever walk, is you miss 100% of the shots you don't take.
That was Michael Scott from The Office.
Listen.
It's Michael, but it's 100%.
But you got to have self-awareness on the basketball court, too. You can't just go out there because you're feeling yourself and take up 27 shots, only make 8 of them, and then, oh, shit, you know what? Chris Paul and DeAndre, and they kind of saved the day for me by both going off for 30. Like, it's okay. Nobody's going to know. That's not how it works, man. No, like, it's not cool.
It is.
Devin Booker's got to play better.
Here, I'm going to give you a quote. Would you rather score 25 points going 12 of 16 from the field or 13 for 40?
Oh, why don't you do what Russell Westbrook does? Score 40 points, taking 40 fucking shots.
That's what he's become in some of these games. He's become Westbrook.
Right here.
He's a man.
I couldn't help it. Stick was right there, but listen.
What?
We're gonna
Westbrook fan?
Yeah, he hates it. He hates my hate for Westbrook, but it's okay.
Why are you hating?
I'm just speaking I'm not hating on him. I'm speaking the truth. I'm speaking the truth. He's not the man.
He's a man.
No, man. He's a very good player. He's not the man. He's definitely not the man.
What are you talking about? He's a great player.
Now, hang on. Now, there was a rumor the Pistons were after him.
Thank God they didn't do that.
I'm glad they did not.
Yeah, that would have fucked up this whole rebuild. Because that motherfucker would have shot 40 times a game, got his triple-doubles, and stroked it in your face while going 1 in fucking 70.
Now, we got to ask Joique Alexander-Bell, would you have been in favor of the Pistons bringing in Westbrook?
I was so mad I couldn't process the numbers.
1 in 70? All right, let's take a break.
Hold on. He asked me a question. Now you want to take a break?
Well, it's
that's important.
That's an important question. When we come back, we want to get back into the lines. Do I think – I would say I love him as a player, but I don't think he would have fit what we're trying to accomplish here.
Okay.
Great talent, but I don't think it would have been a good fit here. I think it would have been a lot of –
Bam. Okay, we're back on the same page.
Yeah, but that doesn't – that's just what it is. That's my mind. But do I think he would have challenged us to be better or helped us be better? Yes, but long, bigger picture, I think it would have been a lot of that down the road, and it probably would have set us back a little bit.
Because he's alpha dog.
Yeah, he is alpha dog. So, all right. So with that being said, stay tapped in. Let's get back into the lines when we get back. What was sports? And we're back. We're going to tap into the lines, but it's a couple of dope things I want to get into. What was that? Christina Clemens gets a Dorito deal because she ran the 100-meter hurdles with the Cool Rest Dorito earrings in. And I think her whole objective was to get this Doritos deal, which is pretty dope. It's pretty dope. Ran a 10.52 in the 100-meter. Is that a real record? Up there? Is that up there?
I don't think so. It's up there. It's definitely
there.
not the record, but it's
up there.
It's pretty close.
It's almost as fast as Art would have done.
almost.
It's how many seconds it'll take for the Lions to lose 10 games this year.
Oh, touchdown!
No. According to Art, she ran a 12.5. That's what the Lions are going, 12-5.
Oh my God, 12-5, my ass. Art, I'm sorry, no way, no chance. I'll be so happy if they do, but it's just not gonna happen. Sorry.
Yeah.
But you know what? I'm not hating on her because, we are in a capitalist society. So, yeah, you do things.
You should.
Calculate it. So, yeah, Doritos will come after you or Frito-Lays or whomever. I'm not hating on her.
Sean, what would you do for a sponsor
But she
deal?
won, though. That was the biggest thing. She won while wearing the earrings. It became like a big thing. And then they sent her some all-gold earrings after they got the deal done.
Nice.
So she can wear them in her next meet, to kind of solidify and welcome her to the family. That's
if you had to
dope.
do something creative, Terry, to get a sponsor deal, what would it be? Because I'm thinking for Art, he'd probably go for a Lions deal. He'd probably just body paint his whole body into a lion and walk around naked.
No, he would run into the Ford Field. Is there a Baby Rory?
Oh, I know what he'll do. He'll show up to Ford Field with that bag over his head saying 10-7.
No, he wouldn't have a bag on because then you wear the bag because you're ashamed of your team. He's proud of the team. Wow. He may walk out there nude, just in Honolulu blue and silver body paint.
Baby.
Gonna walk out there nude?
Yeah, I'd walk out there.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Looking like an elephant.
Streak? Go streak.
Y'all horrible.
You guys need confidence. And if people are getting Doritos deals, that's pretty awesome.
Yeah. I'm gonna tell you.
At least she did something.
I'm gonna tell you what he's gonna do. He's gonna get some dip and put some dip in his slip while he run the hurdles or something, and then win, and then get a tobacco deal.
That's right.
You know your gums are gonna fall out. Don't do that dip, brother.
All right. Papa Sean said it's okay.
Don't listen to Sean for health advice. Art, it's not gonna help you out.
Sean is one of the healthiest people I've ever seen in my entire life.
Well, I can't help you there.
The man's made out of Ford Motor Company.
He's made out of dip.
How come baseball players are the only athletes who do dip?
Dip and red meat.
You ever see an NFL player do dip during the game? Is that illegal or something?
I don't think it's illegal, but they used to do it like back in the day. They do it in the facility when we're watching film or if we're in meetings because it helps to keep them up. Some guys,
but you don't see it on the field.
They do the sunflower seeds on the field.
Right.
They do sunflower seeds on the field. Yeah.
So why is baseball the only sport that does it?
I think it's
must be cool.
Same with baseball. It's like when you're in the dugout, you eat seeds, you chew gum, you'll drink Gatorade, like that whole vibe. I think that's just part of it. Is the dip. It's just kind of carried over ever since.
When I was a kid,
you don't do that on the sideline on the field.
Yeah, when I was a kid, we used to get this gum. It was called Big Chew. Remember that?
Yep.
So it was like dip.
It came like in a little pouch like dip. It was for kids. It was basically just getting us ready to be able to be able to do dip once we got older. But it was like the little grape flavor one. Grab it, ball it up a little bit, pack it down.
Now it came shredded.
It came shredded.
Right.
It came shredded. Came shredded. And I don't know, do they still sell that?
Yeah, they still sell it.
Yep.
I can't find it anywhere.
I'll find you some.
Give me some Big Chew.
I got some hookups.
Got some hookups. What we doing on YouTube? We got anybody tapping in on YouTube? All right, can you see our comments on YouTube?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got them.
All right, we got any good ones?
Yeah, all the YouTube people are like Art. They just,
most of them, not all of them.
delusional.
There's some good ones in there. I've seen them.
Are there? Okay.
There are few. There are few. But I think we're going to see a lot more Arts right now with the topic we're about to talk about, which is we're going to give our predictions for the upcoming football season in the NFC North. What is each team going to finish with? What's their overall record? Who's first place, second, third, fourth? And do you guys want me to start, or Terry, Joique, would you like to start?
All right, listen, I have the Packers going 12-5.
Okay.
I have the Vikings going 9-8.
Okay.
The Bears going 7-10. And then I have us best case scenario going 6-11.
Okay.
But when I counted out the games, I had us going 4-13. But I had 2 games on there that were
like a coin toss.
A coin toss.
Okay, I'm cool with that. Yeah. Honestly, I'm not going to disagree with that. However, the wins are, I have the same order. Mine is Packers, Vikings, Bears, and then the Detroit Lions. I have the Lions winning 5 games, 5-12. I think 6 would be fine too. I'm not going to get mad about that if they win the extra game. I think the Bears are going to be more improved, especially if Justin Fields plays. This is all contingent. If Fields plays, let's say 13 out of the 17 games, I think they're an 8-9 ball club. Hell, they might even be 9-8 with that defense. They got Allen Robinson. I think it's a good team. The Vikings definitely pushing for 10 wins, so 9-8 or 10-7 is definitely a possibility. And then the Packers 13-4, 12-5. I'm not going to disagree on that either.
I'm not going to fight you on the first 2 teams, but I think that the Bears are a disaster too.
Really?
Yeah, their defense is good. They are. I think they will be tied with the Lions.
No,
both of them would be 6-11.
You just said they had a good defense. What do we have that's good?
Yeah, that's the thing, Terry. And
what do we have
Mitchell
that's good?
Trubisky is like 5-0 or 6-0 in his career against the Lions, and they're upgrading at quarterback.
Okay.
So,
first of all, last time I checked, Justin Fields is the backup quarterback.
Mm-hmm. He is the backup quarterback.
Fair enough.
He is the backup. That's unless I read it incorrectly. So I think when you look at leadership on that sideline, the Bears, they're lacking. They'll be 6-11 too.
You're tapping. You're not answering the question. Is that a fox running across? Is that a deer?
Yeah, it's a deer.
Okay. Well, it's kind of far away.
Tell them where we're at.
Never seen a deer?
We're at Cherry Creek.
No, that's a fox.
That's a fox. That's not a.
It's not a deer.
That's not a deer. I thought it was a fox. I ain't tripping.
Yeah, it's a fox.
Yeah, that's a fox. That's not a deer.
You're looking at the girls or the fox?
No, right there.
No,
the
man.
Fox.
No, that.
It's not right there.
No, dude. There has never been a
See next
deer
to the water?
that small unless it was born today.
It's got a black tail.
No.
That's a fox?
No,
that's a fox.
It's definitely a fox.
No. We had the mama deer gave birth to 2 fawns in our backyard. They were bigger than that the day they were born. So that's a fox, brother.
They're built like lions.
Yeah.
All right, so back to the subject at hand, Terry.
You know what? That's the great thing about coming out here to the golf course. You can come out here, you can watch other people golf because you can't do it, and you can see wildlife that can just come up here and eat you at any point in time.
I'm waiting for a bear to show up so it can just freaking eat Art and save me the goddamn misery.
You know the crazy part is that's why I sat on this side so I can see everything coming at me because there's a lot of stuff out here. Hey. Yeah, so back to the topic at hand, which I forgot what the topic was because I was scared for my life.
NFC North.
All right, NFC North. We have a lot of lions and tigers and bears. So
how's that go? Lions, tigers, and bears.
Raiders,
something.
Oh my God, just a hater.
Art is a hater, honestly.
Gosh, just a hater. When it's not his joke, he doesn't want to.
No, he doesn't want to give props.
Which is cool. We still love you. We still love you, bud.
No, they love you. I don't. No, let's clarify that. Don't throw me in that shit.
I think Art is a fine young man. Very underrated.
Very underrated. Very underrated. Very emotional.
I think he's accurately rated. It depends how you fucking talk about him. He's underrated if maybe if you think he's really, really shit. But.
He doesn't drink, but could you imagine Art with like 2 shots in him?
Yeah,
That would be
then I would
nuts.
say.
Get pregnant.
Who you talking, Kennedy?
Anybody.
No, he said I'd get pregnant.
That is your work wife. She said, well, yeah, that's true.
Kennedy just smirking over here.
Smirking. Oh, sneaky link.
But really, when you look at, I mean, even if Fields is a starter, if you want to compare him to like the whole Penny Sewell thing, like, oh, he's got to get his time in. I don't see him being much of a force as a starting quarterback.
He's not gonna. It's not about being a force. They're better. If you think their current quarterback and Justin Fields are better than Mitchell Trubisky, then they've already improved at the position.
But we don't know that yet, Adam.
We're going off. We're going. But what we're saying is we're going off body of work. I don't know if you know what a body of work is.
Yeah, what's the body of work for the Lions to go 10-7?
What's the body of work
for the Lions to go 10-7?
If we're going off of Jared Goff's body of work, then we should easily make it to the fucking playoffs this year. Get the fuck out of here with that logic. I'm about to slam a table.
Oh, my.
Previous body of work.
Okay, we got to body him out.
So they went to the playoffs last year because of Jared Goff.
They had the
okay, so why you
they had
saying
the
that then?
defensive player of the year in Aaron Donald. What are you talking about? They had the number one defense in the NFL. That's the body of work.
Incredible because of his body
Jared Goff was inconsistent the whole season last year. Got hurt towards the end.
All right, let's ask Art this critical question. Who's a better quarterback, Jared Goff or Matthew Stafford?
Well, I mean, who made it to the playoffs?
Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
You're taking an injured thumb and you're saying, fuck his whole career. You can't
I'll take Joey with one leg over Jared Goff last season.
Stop it, Joseph.
Now, Joique saw Joey's his little combine workout firsthand, so I don't think.
Yeah, no, I mean, okay, maybe I was a bit over dramatic on the one leg thing. Maybe with two legs.
Yeah, you became Art in the.
You guys are all delusional though, because you only use your narratives when they work for you. This whole body of work thing. Then Justin Fields should be incredible the first year, right?
The body of work is based on a team, not just the individuals. So how about you chill out first? The Rams had the number one defense in the NFL. They played in the toughest division, still managed to win 11 games. I don't even know how the hell they did that. Honestly, they have Seattle, Arizona. Now you have the 49ers who are coming off a horrible injury-riddled season. That team is ready to compete. They just upgraded at quarterback. They're going to be better. You bring Jared Goff, who they were willing. Think about this. Imagine I got rid of you, and I was willing to give up half the fucking staff and you for an ant. That's exactly what the Rams did. They gave up 2 first-round picks and the quarterback because that's how little they thought of the guy, and they were just done with him. Now, you think he's going to walk in and be better than Stafford? You're smoking pot, man.
But here's the thing, though. You guys use that same comparison with Stafford when you say, is he going to have a great year? He's got everything that we need. We traded him off fairly easily.
Fairly easily.
We won that trade.
We won that trade. What you talking about, Art? Like, you are on here looking.
Let me see. They traded for a starting quarterback, 2 first-rounders, and a third-rounder.
And a third-rounder. You know what's crazy? That Art does not mind getting on here, looking in the camera in all of our viewers' face and just looking like an ass. He don't care.
Let me ask you a question.
Like
Who's been injured more?
Woke up this morning.
Who's been injured more?
Like
Stafford, correct?
Stafford's been healthy the last 5 or 6 years.
Because Goff got injured and he still made it to the fucking Super Bowl. So get out of here.
What?
He made it to the Super Bowl.
He wasn't
injured that year. But you guys seem to think that Matthew Stafford's going to throw for 5,000 million yards. And he's going to have this incredible season.
Hang on. He already passed for 5,000 million yards. And you know what people said about him?
This season, we don't know what's going to happen.
Pat Stafford. He didn't get respect for passing for 5,000 yards.
Listen,
it's about
I know what I'm talking about.
What was that, 2011, 2012?
Yeah, and people dogged him.
And they got knocked out in the first round.
Okay, so let's do a roundtable real quick. Who's going to have a better season, Stafford or Goff?
Stafford, it's not even fair. Goff has no weapons.
Just to be fair, the year that they got knocked out, when they put up 5,000 yards, he was going up against another 5,000 yard
Don't say facts that aren't going to help you. Don't say facts that aren't going to help you, Joique.
Okay, these are facts.
What are we going to measure
How's that not a fact? How's that not a fact? Hold up. Art, how's that not a fact?
I understand, but what I'm saying
No. What you understand? Tell me what you understand first.
I don't know. I'm really getting hot and dizzy. It's the bees, and they're attacking me. And
what I'm saying is,
how
the year
we
that he put up 5,000 yards, when he went to the playoffs, he got knocked off. He was going up against another 5,000 yards.
And it didn't help that his top defense fucking gave up 40 goddamn points.
Terry brings up a great point. How are we going to measure how each
dipshit, because Stafford's going to have more yards. He's going to have more touchdowns, fewer interceptions. Jared Goff is throwing to Tyrell Williams, Quintez Cephas, T.J. Hawkinson. Jamal Williams and DeAndre Swift.
I'll tell you right
Matthew Stafford is throwing to Gerald Everett, Robert Woods, Cooper Kupp, Cam Akers at running back, a better offensive line, a better offensive-minded coach. It's not even a debate right now.
Stafford's going to get picked 3 times just in the Lions game.
That's how you think. That's how you and dumb Lions fans think.
Big play, Jay. Packers 12-5 or 13-4. Vikings 10-7. Bears 7-10. Lions 5-12.
I like that. I think that's fair.
Yeah, that's fair. I'm not going to argue that.
Nothing wrong with that.
I thought he said that the Packers were going to go 12-5 and Vikings 13-4.
Oh no!
I almost misread it, but no, I got you. I'm with you. 2012. Okay. Can you bring that up? Can you put it up? That comment? We can't do that here. Okay.
Hey, Art, keep in mind your dipshit quarterback that made the Super Bowl only put up 3 points. So how about you chill out before you hype him up that much? And keep in mind he had a really good defense that year, and it's only gotten better ever since. So let's
slow the
roll here.
I'd love to discuss this more, but my boss behind me is telling me we have to go to break. Otherwise, I'd have 25 facts to disprove what you just said. But I just
you don't have 25 facts. I promise you that.
You don't have 2.5.
You don't have fucking 1, bro.
Woodward Sports. Stay tuned.
Tony is a third-generation logger that has a simple, practical approach to life and work. That's why his Coast DX342 knife is perfect for him. The stainless steel blade is rust-resistant and made for all-weather use. And the double roll-lock safety ensures that it will never inadvertently close when he doesn't want it to. That's why Coast is trusted tough.
All right, it's Foster and Smith here. We have taken over Baligian and Bell. We're the real show here, Terry. I mean,
you're the dumbass of the show.
Yeah, so we're live at Cherry Creek Golf Club. It's a beautiful day. Listen, I would love to do the shows out here every day. It's so awesome.
I would love to not have you here.
Well, I appreciate that. But we're live for the Detroit Sports Media Association, the Golf Scramble right now. And a beautiful day. Big shout out to Chad, who's out here, Jennifer Hammond, who's been the MC and putting this event on, and of course to the Wicked Awesome Wishes, Lady Jane's, Gypsy, which is from my old town in Petoskey.
That is Jen.
There's lots of great
Jen. I know that was Jen.
in Petoskey as well.
Jen, come up here.
Jennifer Hammond's going to come up here and take my mic in a second.
Please.
And she owes me chicken wings, too, by the way, Jennifer, which I'm going to continue to bring up.
At the rate you're talking shit, we're going to have her take your job.
This is my love.
That's okay. All right, Jennifer, come take the.
She's trying to feed us.
Oh, look at that free lunch too.
Look, just like a mother. Just come here. Come here, give me a hug.
I only have 2. Terry's got a lunch ticket, doesn't he?
Yeah. Don't give Art don't need to eat.
Here you go, Kennedy.
Art doesn't need to eat.
Okay.
I don't eat.
I should be watching my figure.
Hey,
here, Jen, come have a seat here.
I got the pink. You know what it is?
Come have a seat.
Pretty in pink. Have a seat. Oh, take RC. He don't need to sit down.
Art's got to produce. That's why. Yeah.
No, he's not the producer. He's the director.
Oh, wow, Joique! I am so proud of you.
I just want to make sure we got that out in the clear.
We almost wore the same hat.
I have ADD. It's quite a whirlwind when you live with someone with ADD, right?
Shout out to Jennifer in the building.
Shout out.
How are you?
Joique and Jennifer are almost matching. It's
we
beautiful.
are matching.
And Kennedy, too.
Once again, shout out to all my AKAs out there. I'm just showing love. I got on my green. I got on my pink.
What is the noise that you made with that, Joique?
Excuse me, that's AKAs. You know you're not supposed to do that. You'll get in trouble.
What is the...
My sister AKA, she gets so I'm going to give you a story, right? So my sister pledged AKA at Western University, and when she pledged, she got this AKA cup.
Alpha
Kappa Alpha. And so she had a cup, and my freshman year, I went to her house, her husband, my niece and nephew, and I woke up in the middle of the night, got something to drink, woke up the next morning, went upstairs. She said, Joique, I love you, brother. I said, I love you too, sis. She said, but don't you ever use my AKA coffee mug.
Are you taking a picture?
I can't even do it. I bet you can. Corey can ski.
What's up, Corey?
No, I wasn't there. I'm Black Greek and I already know that.
All right.
Yeah.
Oh.
No, you can do it.
No, you can't. You can't.
What are they going to do, beat you up?
Look, AKAs are my best customers. I will never, ever say anything to piss them off.
But I'm wearing their pink and green. I'm in support because I'm all about women empowerment.
And they'll still whoop your ass with their shield.
My sister, when I get home, my sister got me. My sister's going to beat me up when I get home.
Is Kamala Harris an AKA?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
Quick question, though. These are really sharp, these Woodward Sports Network pinks. These are fantastic.
They did pretty good. They did a pretty good job with this.
God, look at all of them. Geared. God, Chad has geared you guys up.
Joique, I need to tell you a little secret. The reason you got the pink shirt is because These motherfuckers who you call your friends thought you would look ridiculous in it.
And I look good as hell.
Then you put it in, and he looks good as hell. I don't usually say that, but they're like, oh, Joique, let's give him pink. He gonna look stupid in it.
Coming from the same guy who said, I don't care what team you played on.
Then he pulls it off.
My favorite word that came out of your mouth in that whole sentence was motherfuckers.
That's
the
right.
fact that we can say that on the radio,
I know.
remember DFN? Wouldn't it have been?
You got in trouble for saying balls.
I said balls out.
Balls out, yeah. You got in trouble
really
for
get
that.
in trouble. Wayne Fonts just made a big deal of it.
I thought it was cute.
It was cute, right? And Lorna Gladstone's like, did you get the Mike flag in the shot? And I'm like, yes. She's like, that's all you need to know. That's all you need to do.
You know, I like those shades on you. Those are cute.
Thanks, bro. Yeah, I just got these.
What's new? Tell her what's going on.
The presidency of the Detroit Sports Media Association is kind of new. My daughter just graduated from high school.
Congrats.
Yeah,
Beautiful.
my toilet flange broke. I've been dealing with a little flood in my house, but
okay.
that's about it. Everything's great.
What
my
high school?
Stepdaughter, Morgan Morton, my stepdaughter is getting Seaholm High School, my alma mater. All my kids went through there.
What college?
She's going to Grand Valley.
Yuck.
And my son goes to Central.
Okay,
Fire up.
I'm cool with Central.
I went to Western and neither of them would go there. I'm like, please, someone go to Kalamazoo. They didn't want to go. But that's fine.
You know what almost happened?
You say, you know what? You know what?
Hey, just get educated.
Did they not want to go to Wayne State? Did they not want to go to?
Well, actually, one of my daughter's best friends, Jim Love, who was a pitcher at Seaholm High School, he threw a perfect game. He is going to Wayne State.
Oh,
he is going to play baseball at Wayne State, and he is going to.
He's over there with Ryan Kelly.
Dude, he's awesome.
You know what almost happened? Jennifer's a proud graduate of Western. I went to Central.
Yeah.
Her kid went to Central, and mine almost went to Western.
See? Wouldn't that have been something?
Yes.
That would have been.
We had to explain that to him.
I know. But that's okay. You know what? I like anybody that goes to college. Did you guys hear the story? We're going to send a kid to college here today. That's what the whole.
Oh, yeah. So we heard
That's what
about
the whole
that.
thing is about.
So tell us more about that. So how did this?
So I'm not going to tell you his name because he's going to be surprised when he arrives here this afternoon. And actually, we're going to have him on your air. He's going to come on with who's the 3 o'clock crew.
The hookers.
The hookers. We're going to get the hookers, and they're going to talk to this young kid. And I know his name, and I'm having a hard time not saying it. So he woke up this morning thinking he was not going to be able to go to college. He was thinking he did not have money. He wants to go to Lawrence Tech. He wants to be the first kid in his family to go to school. And we're going to hand him a check at 3 o'clock for $15,000 to cover his freshman year.
So awesome.
And he's going to go to school, and it's thanks to Chad and Woodward Sports Network and Lady Jane's and Sticker Genius.
Now, is Maz going to tell him?
Yeah, let's hope that Maz doesn't re-gift that.
Scholarship?
It wasn't me. Yeah. I didn't know. No one told me not to say anything.
I'm going to take him out at the knees. When Maz gets here, I'm going to tackle him.
Yeah, he needs it. He'll re-gift that scholarship to somebody else.
I just wasn't thinking.
And your friend Little Bibbs,
I didn't know.
is going to be here. Another thing that we are doing that with the lid is not off, that the lid is already off.
Right.
We're giving the Ty Tyson Excellence in Sports Broadcasting Award to Jamie Samuelson posthumously. So his wife, Christy McDonald. What am I saying? Christy
McDaniel. Well, you're thinking about something else.
I'm thinking about Dana McDaniel, who used to be my boss. Christy McDonald, and I've had a vodka or two. Gypsy vodka, by the way. Christy McDonald is going to be here. Shout out to Gypsy. Christy McDonald's going to be here to accept that. And it's going to be a really beautiful, it's just going to be emotional.
That should be great.
It's all going to be really
You should do that on
special.
there, too, with the hookers.
You know what? I want you guys to come in there with your
video cameras,
your cameras, your everything. Art, can you make something happen?
Is this at 3 o'clock? Is this at 3 o'clock?
Somewhere around that time, yeah. And Dan Miller's going to be here to do it.
Dan Miller.
So, Joique, you look like you're slipping. You're not working out very much lately, eh?
Nah. I'm done working out.
He's such a boss.
I'm done working out.
What a
I'm done.
ding dong.
Never holds back.
You're so cute. You were
done.
one of my favorite people to cover.
Oh, always, man.
You and Curtis Granderson. I just talked to Curtis yesterday.
You did?
So
How's he doing?
He's doing excellent. He's with the Players Alliance with Major League Baseball, and they're making sure they get diversity introduced in the cities and go all around. And there's like 150 former and current MLB players that go and they take baseball and gloves to kids, black kids in neighborhoods that don't have access, and they're just making it happen.
I
love people that fucking make it happen.
Just make it happen.
Yeah, and Chad does Wicked Awesome Wishes.
Do you know what the baseball stadium at was it UC Chicago is called?
UIC. Is it Granderson Field?
It is Curtis Granderson Field.
I love
now.
the Flames, man. I know. Right. I love that he went to UIC. All right, I got to go play golf. My people are probably.
What's your handicap?
I'm a 20. I'm not great.
Ooh, that's
although
not bad.
I've contributed. Have I contributed a little bit? All right, so I'm playing with EQS. I got to give a shout out to EQS Logistics.
You birdied? You got a birdie today?
I had my own natural birdie on a hole.
Oh.
And now I'm just going to drink and go down the hole. Down the rabbit hole. What was that?
I know.
Ooh, it's a wasp carrying a cricket. That's a colorful combination.
Yeah.
I've never had that kind of thing.
Yeah.
I kind of like that. That's very interesting.
He's killing.
Can people see me? Are they looking like right at the rolls in my stomach on this thing? Is this video?
It's in your crouch. You got to wipe it out. You got to swipe it.
I've got a cricket in my crotch. It's a crotchet.
Get a camera.
Oh, where's the camera?
He's carrying. It's right here in front of you.
It is. Wait, so I've been on. Oh my God! It's a murder hornet murdering. He's trying to.
I don't know. They made it. He dropped it.
Oh, he did. He's trying to get jiggy with it, or he's trying to eat it.
One or the other.
Sometimes I. Never mind.
They do that because it means it smells good.
They call it crossbreeding.
I'm not going to say anything. I got to go. I can't say any more because I might get myself in trouble. I am still employed by Fox 2.
Okay.
And I'm taking your spot.
Well, anyway, you want to take us a break? Say what was sports. Look in the camera and say what was sports.
Hang on. We got to get it all set up here. All right, Jennifer, whenever you are ready.
Well, I want the good angle.
Yeah, there we go. Thanks for tapping in.
Oh, my God. No, wait. Look at me. I look awful.
You look beautiful.
Especially with the shades on.
You look better than Joique.
Hey, thanks for tapping it around with Woodward Sports. We'll be back after the break.
Hi, I'm David Hall from Hall Financial. And at Hall Financial, we treat our clients like family. And our number one priority is giving each of our clients 5-star service. Our passion for 5-star service, combined with our expertise, allows us to find the best possible solution for refinancing your home loan. We take the time to focus on both the individual and the numbers. We're going to walk you through the process and close your loan in half the time of our competition. Go to davidhallmortgage.com today.
Real quick, talking about some of the most electrifying athletes here in Detroit. I want to tap into it. So we have a list of the 5 most, I guess, influential or
like electrifying
guys to watch play
or impact guys.
Impact. I think let's run through all the names and let's put them in order.
Okay.
We had Rasheed Wallace on there.
Do you want me to play a clip of Rasheed and we'll break him down, or do you want to go through all 5?
Let me go through all 5.
Are we talking all time or current?
All time.
All time.
5. Rasheed Wallace is on there. Barry Sanders.
Miguel Cabrera.
Yep, Miguel.
Dennis Rodman.
Dennis Rodman and Calvin Johnson.
Yep.
And so, in your order, how would you place them in order for you?
Okay, I don't think any of those he would make my list because you forgot.
Who? None of those guys would make your list.
Because you forgot Isaiah Thomas. You forgot Steve Eiserman. You forgot Nick Lindstrom. We're talking about all time?
All time in Detroit history.
We're talking about Al Kaline. You forgot him. Rasheed Wallace doesn't belong on the list.
I won't put Rasheed on there either. I will put Isaiah Thomas on there before him. But even Isaiah was before my time.
Oh, so this is for your time?
No, all time. It's all time. But I'm just saying, I can't put.
But you didn't put Isaiah because he was before your time.
Even Dennis Rodman was before my time.
So we're talking about in Joique Bell's time.
No, this is the list that Kennedy came up with.
It's based on electrifying, not the best performer, but just the most you watch them. Like you watch Rodman, the Worm. He was electrifying.
He was more electric than Isaiah Thomas.
Come on now. That's Dennis Rodman. Ball hit the ring here, go here.
Yep.
Hit the ball here, over there. It go right here.
All right, now I'm confused.
The pain, I want the pain.
First, I was told
I needed it.
All-time most electrifying athletes. Then you name some. So, well, they before my time. So you talking about in your time?
The list that is on the script. Those are the 5 names. I didn't come up with the 5 names.
No, it was based on a web article.
Let me finish talking. That was from an article.
Yeah, not from
Kennedy. So it's not from Kennedy. Kennedy put it in the prep. We took that. So this is not ours. But out of those 5, how would you place them? And if they're not in yours, what are your 5? Because Barry Sanders,
none of them.
Barry Sanders not in your 5.
No, Barry Sanders is the only one that would make my 5.
What?
Barry Sanders is the only one that would make
Calvin
my 5.
Johnson.
Calvin Johnson would make it.
What?
For you, that's disrespectful.
Let me hear you a little. Because you threw me off when you said Rasheed Wallace.
Why you keep saying you? This is from the article. It's from the article.
I heard
in the
from
prep.
you.
It's in the prep.
All right, who's on the 5?
All right, so on
we
the
gave
5.
the 5. We got Rasheed Wallace, Dennis Rodman,
Miguel Cabrera,
Miguel Cabrera. You have Barry Sanders. You have Calvin Johnson.
Yep.
Those are the 5.
Okay. First of all, 3 of them would make my list.
Okay.
Which 3?
Calvin Johnson, Barry Sanders, and Miguel Cabrera.
Okay, cool.
Now,
I agree with the other 2.
The big debate is the old-timers want to say the greatest Tiger in the last 50 years was Al Kaline. I said, no, it's Miguel Cabrera. What we're seeing now is a shell of what he was, but Miguel Cabrera is a better hitter than Al Kaline. Now, the old-timers will fight you on that. They'll punch you right in the nose if you say that in front of their face.
So you old, so what's an old-timer, 80?
Older? Yeah, it must be 80.
How dare you?
No, I'm old. I
you're
take
not.
it.
You're blissful.
I know I'm blissful, but
How old are you,
62?
62? 62.
He's not. That's not old.
I don't.
You older. You older.
I am a seasoned veteran. How about that?
But you know what? When does AARP come in? 65. When you're 65 and older, that's when it's like.
No. They come at 55 now.
Do they?
They come at 55.
Right.
Well, you can accept it at 55, but if you wait to 65, it'll double or triple.
When's the retirement rate in America?
I just told you.
65?
It's 55.
No. They switch it 66 now.
Yeah, it's going up.
Yeah.
It's going up.
It's going up. They're ripping us off.
It's going to be 93 by the time I get up there.
You can take early retirement at 62, but you don't get as much money.
Right.
We can take ours out at 55. So
I'm waiting.
But when you look at Calvin Johnson, to me, the man is the definition of electric. Like he just is. Calvin Johnson, Miguel Cabrera, I would say he put on for Detroit.
I want to see him at 500. Where's he at? 490. What?
493.
Yeah,
he's getting there. We'll see the 500 because we were kind of worried. Are you going to see that 500 this season? No, but now I think we're going to see it.
Yeah.
But
you think he'll this season?
This season?
He's not going to just hit 7.
Yeah, but
he can't hit 7 home runs the rest of the year. I mean, I know he's struggling.
How many more games they have left? When the playoffs start for them?
Well, they don't start for them.
Yeah.
Tigers aren't making it.
No. So I'm talking from the MLB.
Oh, I got
so
you.
It'll be
October.
Yeah, October. Red October.
Yeah, I think he can get 7. He's ready to get 7.
Yeah, don't go surprise. So if I'm confined to that list, my number 1 is Barry Sanders.
Okay.
Even when I watched him play, even some of his 2-yard gains, you're like, holy cow! There's no way he did that. There was this screen pass against the New York Giants in New York. It went for like 4 yards, but he caught the ball. He was probably 10 yards deep, and this dude gained 4 yards with. I swear there's 30 Giants around. I said, there's no way this guy's going to get to the line of scrimmage, but he gets 4 yards out of it. Barry made runs that made you go, whew, took your breath away. The only criticism I had of him is he got caught. He wasn't the fastest brother in the world.
Who's 4'4" guy?
He got caught a lot. Watch his film.
He did.
He got caught a lot.
But even with that being said, if he would have played, say, one more year, his numbers would have been too far to catch by anyone. True. People sit here and say he retired early. This man played 10 years in the dark ages. 10 years in the dark ages is like 20 years now.
But the reason they said he retired early is because he was in his prime. He had 1,400 yards his last year. And then you get Emmett.
I won't say his prime. His prime when he put up 2,000 yards in the season.
No, he was still bad. He was a bad man when he retired.
Yeah.
He was, it wasn't like he's struggling for 600 yards or 3 yards a carry or something like that. And plus, at that time, we had the big debate between Detroit and Dallas. Who's the best running back, Barry Sanders or Emmitt Smith?
It's not even a comparison.
There isn't. But then it was. We used to fight these dudes all the time. No, it's Barry. But Detroit lost that argument because our media isn't as strong as it is in Dallas and other places like that.
Terry, I want to ask you, because your list greatly differs from the list that was sent, not by Kennedy, not by Joique, but in an article. Who are your top 5 most electric Detroit athletes of all time?
Okay.
In order.
In order. Now, you just threw that on me.
Yep.
I would say Barry Sanders.
Okay.
Isaiah Thomas.
Yep.
Now, one is not a team sport. I got to throw Joe Louis on there.
Oh, beautiful.
The reason I throw Joe Louis on there is because he electrified an entire nation by beating Max Schmeling.
And then Detroit repaid him by taking his arena.
Then he comes back home. He can't even go to the bar.
Yeah.
Because he's black.
Yep.
But the whole nation was behind him as a boxer.
So that's 3.
So that is 3.
Mm-hmm.
Steve Eiserman.
Yep.
Was on there because what he did with the wings, and I think my other guy is real underrated, very Nick Lidstrom. Lidstrom
The
was
chess master of hockey. Yeah.
When you saw him play hockey, he never did anything spectacular, but he was fundamentally sound.
Oh, yeah.
And he made the right play almost all the time.
I think that's what's criminally underrated about Nicholas Lindstrom is just that it was like playing chess. He was always three moves ahead of you.
Right, and then we spent 15 years calling him Nick Lindstrom.
Yeah, Lindstrom. Nicholas Lindstrom. Yeah.
Right.
What about you, Joique? If you had a top 5, are you happy with that list? Obviously, Miguel Cabrera, Rasheed Wallace, Barry Sanders, Calvin Johnson, Dennis Rodman. And also I wanted to ask you, if one had to be removed, who would you remove?
I would remove 2. I would replace Rasheed with Chauncey.
Okay.
And then I'll probably keep everything else the same.
How does Rasheed even make that list?
I think the electrifying thing is like he'll whoop your ass. Like
he'll whoop your ass.
Because to the fight now, you have Calvin Johnson, you have Barry Sanders, you have Miguel, you have
Dennis,
Chauncey, you have Dennis. What did I even put Dennis in there? I would take Dennis out. I'll put Herman Moore in there.
Ooh, okay.
I'll put Herman Moore in there. Because people don't even know this, that when Herman Moore played, and he played about most of Barry's career here in Detroit, he was the leading scorer 5 of those years. Did you know that?
Right.
Herman Moore,
and you know what else?
Scorer.
You know what else they used to do with him? The fade, the little fade pattern in the end zone. They always threw it to Herman, and guess what? Always caught it. But then when Matt Millen took over, they stopped running that play. And that kind of pissed me off a little bit. I said, the dude is still tall. He's still getting to his spot. But you're not going to – that to me was them saying, we're tired of you. Get the hell out of here. This is your favorite play. We're never going to call it again. I thought that was a tragedy or a travesty to Herman.
Yeah, I don't think he gets the roses he deserves here. Herman was a great player here. Is he in the Detroit Lions Hall of Fame yet? I don't know.
Detroit Lions has a Hall of Fame?
I mean, like the Wall of Fame.
Oh, the Wall of Fame?
Yeah, the Wall of Fame.
Don't know.
I don't know. He should be. I mean, he's the greatest receiver outside of Calvin Johnson.
Well, he had a restaurant in Ford Field. Does that count?
I don't know.
I feel as though when you're talking about electrifying athletes in Detroit, you obviously bring up Barry Sanders, you bring up Calvin Johnson, you can obviously bring up Herman Moore. Who else on the Lions though? That's what's crazy about our franchise is that we don't have that many stars. Like we have Calvin Johnson and Barry Sanders that everyone remembers. But
I'll tell you who was electric. And they're way before Joique's time.
Billy Sims?
Billy Sims was. Yeah. And going back to the old timers, some of them say Billy Sims was better than Barry Sanders. It's just his career was cut short. Bubba Baker.
No, I wouldn't
say put him on there.
I wouldn't say that.
I wouldn't say it either, but I'm saying. I'm not saying,
but I'm saying. I'm going to tell you. The thing about being great is consistency. How many games did Barry miss when he played here? Think about it.
He was never out.
Think about it. And in that time, that was like the dark ages. I mean, full padded practices,
But Joique, how hard is it to, when you're an athlete and you know that you're injured, to still go out and play? That's something that Barry did. Barry didn't play 100% all the time.
No, it's a difference. He was never injured. He played hurt. You can play hurt.
Yeah.
You can't play injured.
That's true.
You know why? Because nobody ever tackled him.
Couldn't catch him.
Nobody ever lined him up and just blasted him.
He did get tackled. He never got lined up and got blasted because of his wiggle. Mm-hmm. Like he had like a certain wiggle to where you couldn't get unless somebody was holding him up and somebody's just coming in full. He never had those type of hits. But let us know, what is your top 5 athletes in Detroit history? Put it in the comments. We'll tap back in with you guys when we come back. This is Woodward Sports.
Would you like to win a custom-built chopper while helping our veterans at the same time?
Then watch as we turn this bike into a one-of-a-kind classic chopper.
Watch the Call Sam Chopper Shop on our social media channels and get your raffle ticket today at callsam.com/chopper shop.
Back to you, Joique.
All right, back to me. So real quick, we have I'm looking at the different lists on here. So C. Gerald on YouTube said that Billy Sims was better than Emmitt Smith, but right below Barry. Okay, I'll take that. Barry Sanders never took that big hit. That's very true. Lynn Barney.
Yeah, Lynn Barney. He was very, very electric. And if you're talking about electric athletes, doesn't necessarily have to be the 5 best, but, he was the supernatural. And this was, when we were kids, we used to play Lynn Barney. And Lynn Barney was, you would kick the ball or throw the ball to one guy, and then he would try to have to get through five guys on a punt return. So that's what Lynn Barney did. He's the best punt returner. And another guy that no one's going to mention, Mel Gray. Mel Gray was electric.
Yeah.
You can just see him, do
I'm thinking of Mel Farr.
Returns.
I'm thinking of Mel Farr.
No, Mel Gray, every time you kicked off to him, you're thinking, okay, he's taking this one to the house.
Did you like Bly?
Huh?
Did you like
Dre?
Bly?
I like Dre Bly for this reason, that I think he was a calming influence in the locker room that maybe more guys should have listened to.
Here's another question for you guys. As far as athletes that are playing in Detroit right now or coming up this season, could you see any of them even getting close to a top 10 list of the most electrifying in Detroit history? Anybody?
Of any sport?
Any sport.
Sean will be able to take it on the hiking end. Not me. You can take it on the baseball end, but football or basketball, I don't see it. Not right now.
Terry?
What about Cade Cunningham, who's not here yet?
Right.
He's not here yet.
Right.
I would say Torkelson has a shot. He's gotten through his little yips, whatever you want to call them. Maybe Casey Mize if he gets healthy and stuff.
You know what? I can't do that because we're talking about skill players, so we can't put O-linemen in there.
No, just electrifying. It doesn't necessarily have to be the best stats. Just
you tell me one offensive lineman that's electrifying that you go in and say, wow, that guy there. Yeah, I mean, it's
here or just in general.
Yeah,
here
in Detroit.
Here.
If Jared Goff stays upright for 2 years, they're gonna give Penei Sewell lots of credit for that.
Yeah, they will.
And Frank.
Yep, and
right.
Frank.
And Decker.
But
Frank's already getting his roses.
But the left tackle
and
has
Decker.
the better. No, you know what? Left tackles are getting more
Decker.
love now because when they pancake a guy, people take notice. Before, they were still doing the thing, but the public didn't really pay attention.
The offensive left tackle is usually the second highest paid player on the team. The first is usually the quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
And so you have to protect your investment. So you have to protect that blind side. So that's why they are getting those big bags. And that's why a lot of guys want to play left tackle so they can get that big bag. It's not too many often you're going to see a right tackle getting the same paycheck as a left tackle. It doesn't happen too often.
But my point is the public is starting to notice. The NFL has already noticed. The NFL knows what's going on. I'm talking about you don't really get that bang for your buck until Joe Sixpack says, hey, you know what? This dude is tough. And I think now in the last few years, the left tackle has gotten that love because what highlights do you show? You show left tackles running out, pancaking some guy, standing over him, say, talk about their mama, and then move on. That's how you get the love when you're a left tackle.
I don't know.
It's superficial stuff.
Superficial stuff.
That's how you get it.
They get the back, getting pancakes and standing over a person.
Right. That's our society now, man.
That's our society.
That's the way it is.
I would love to have that, though. Any running back or any quarterback would love to have that. A guy pancaking them and standing over them, and it's just something that electrifies your teammates and even the crowd. I'll give you a perfect example. We're playing the Packers Thanksgiving, and we did the coin toss at the beginning of the game, and we have every week we had different captains who go out and do the coin toss. This particular week, I think it was I can't remember what the three was. I know one of them was Dominic Raiola. The other two could have been Stafford.
It's my neighbor.
Yeah, it could have been Stafford and it could have been Calvin. I don't know. But when it was time to shake hands, I don't think Calvin was out there. It was somebody else. When they went to shake hands, instead of shaking hands, Dominic Roller went up to one of the players and put his finger in his face like that. And all you can see on the Jumbotron is him doing this, and you don't know what he's saying, but it wasn't nice. It wasn't nice. And the whole crowd just erupted with it was, and that was like when we went to the game, and I think that's the game we beat them like 48-10 or something like that. And it was just, it started from the coin toss and it went throughout the entire game. But that particular game right there, Aaron Rodgers wasn't playing. He was out that game. I don't know who the backup quarterback was.
Real quick, before we get out of here, I want to hit this last topic because I'd love to know what you guys would do with the Stanley Cup. But I don't know if you noticed, but the Lightning player dented the Stanley Cup. It's actually in Montreal right now getting fixed. And there's some footage right here, if I could pull it up, of them celebrating on a jet ski, having the best time of their life. So I wanted to ask both you and Terry, if you had the Stanley Cup for, let's just say, a day, where would you go and how would you celebrate?
If I had the Stanley Cup, I would probably give it to someone who loves hockey so they can enjoy it.
No, don't. No. Are you kidding?
No, someone else on the team.
Am I? I thought I was doing a show with baby Jesus over here. I mean, come on, man. No, you're supposed to have fun with it.
Yeah.
Here's what I would do. There's a bunch of rich folks who live near me.
I would let them take pictures with it.
No, I'd take it to their house on their boats, and I'd float around Union Lake with that sucker. And we would drink. We would have ribs.
Would you eat cereal out of it?
No, yeah, I would.
No.
I'd definitely eat cereal.
No.
I would clean it out and eat cereal out of it.
No, I'm not eating cereal or drinking out that because people are pissed in the Stanley Cup. Doo-dooed in it. No, I'm not eating anything out of that thing. But I'm going out on a boat, having a good time. I'll talk Sean into smoking some ribs or beef brisket, and that's what I'll do.
Wait,
is this a flex or a stiff?
What does that even mean?
I'm only used to stiffs.
I only use stiffs, too. That's why I have so many kids.
Me, too.
What is
the flex kind of bends if you hit it hard enough, it'll bend.
I don't want to break it.
You're not going to break it, dude.
Nah, you can't.
Man.
It's unbreakable.
Looking like this, you never know.
Hey, have you ever seen Bad Mouth? He's like, it's unbreakable. It
won't break.
It's indestructible.
Who's got the bigger guns, Joique or Art?
Probably Art.
Art probably has some guns in his safe.
No, we're talking about arms, not firearms.
Assembled in China. You must have got this from my kid.
Okay, so real quick, because you're looking at someone who knows nothing about golf, but I'm an expert driver, if that's what it's called. What is this? What is this? That's a driver?
No, this is what?
I know. I was quizzing you, and you failed. You said it was a driver.
It is a driver.
I know.
If he said it's a driver, it's a driver.
Damn it.
That's why we'll call him on his board.
Switch street.
Art. Your longest drive today, if you get 3 chances, will be 125 yards.
Well, that is me and you are Super Bowl champs for the Lions, and then you just get it.
Brother, you've never hit a golf ball before.
I'm going to give you some tips before you go out there. Keep your left arm straight.
I don't know my lefts from rights.
He's not going to hit it 200 yards.
Is it because of your dyslexia?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I do. Like, when I'm driving, even if I do, like, the lefts and rights thing when I'm driving, it doesn't coordinate with my brain. But I'm going to blast it 300 yards out there, and then I'm going to smoke some weed with Darren McCarty to celebrate.
That's probably why you can't tell your left from your right.
If he smokes it 300 yards, then the Lions would finish 11-6.
There we go.
If he hits it 300 yards, that's not going to happen, though.
You know, and we're going to record it, and when we come back on the show tomorrow, we're going to have live footage of Art failing badly.
One of his drives will go 50 yards.
Watch this. Art, how do you hold the driver when you hit?
I'll show you on camera tomororw when I blast it out of there. I can't switch the camera right now. We got the outro loaded up.
Come right here. Come right here.
What? Okay, hang on. Jeez, you're making me. Hang on. So here, I'll show you.
And we're going to leave on this now.
How do you hold it?
How do you hold it?
Something firm grip like that.
It's the dumbest shit. The dumbest shit.
Okay, you're dumb.
Say it again.
You're stupid.
Adam, that's what?
You don't even know.
Come over here. They can't hear you. It's the dumbest what?
Okay.
That is the dumbest shit I've ever seen in my life, Art.
More stuff.
No, shit. That is dumb shit.
Yeah.
Here we go. Hey, hitting a golf ball is not that easy.
Listen, guys. Thanks for tapping into Baligian the Bill. It's Joique, Bill, Terry Foster, Artemis Smith, my boy Adham, Kennedy over here not doing anything, producing the show. Hey, I love you guys. Tap in tomorrow. Gang, gang.
You want sports? We got sports for you right here, Woodward Sport.
Yeah. I played with that gorilla. You hear me?
You have a Tesla. You float here.